Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage?
From the 41, Jackson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On the option, here's Drake.
Dances by him. Oh, now he bowls him over.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
Now Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run. It's Dobbins. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they run with Edwards off the option. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent. The return excellent. The result, 6 points. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st down, Carr. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he'll go underneath here to Drake.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Carr now on 1st down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
This is unbelievable.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Carr.